Okie dokie. Welcome back to Oratoria anime review, episode number 3. This one covering episodes 7 through 9. Yeah, we're continuing book 3. Mostly put a couple major things happen this one. Yeah, episode 7 picks up exactly where episode 7 left off, where the whole quest with Ainz, basically, it kind of explains why she was absent for most of book 5 until she showed up until the training stuff happened, until the stuff basically I'll get to in a minute. Yep. So she goes on a quest with the Hermes Guild, the Hermes Familia. Yep. The goal is to go down to floor 24 to figure out what is causing all the monsters to go ruckus. And meets it with them. Of course, they had killed that's why they killed the skeleton monster from the previous episode. And they basically, as a donation, got all the traps. And they proceed down to floor 24. Not much a problem until they get down there. And they discover... Okay, that's better. Yeah, until they discover exactly what's causing this. And it's a giant green glob. Apparently the monster's not going to rampage because some kind of strange thing is happening, like they're just restless. It turns out because the floor is being blocked. Yeah, that's the reason for that. Yeah, it's a good thing this is contained to this particular series, because otherwise they'll be probably thinking, wait, why wasn't this problem in the main series? Probably because the main character was... Probably because Belle had nothing to do with this at all. So, and it turns out this was caused by a man with a goat mask and the monster tamer, which, of course, Ainz fights. And she referred to her by her mother's name. Yep. And she tells her that that's my mother's name. She's like, really? She had a child? Apparently she didn't know she had a child. And they fight for a pretty good period of time. And they unmask who they got in the ghost mech is. And it's... Well, the person behind it is somebody who apparently was killed 6 years prior to the events of the series. So, yeah, they kind of get a little revelation. Yeah. So, they get... At least Betel basically gets a chance to win. And then Loki gets curious, so Loki sends Betel and Luffy and Dionysus' female subordinate, who's also an elf, and they go down there first. At first, basically, they don't get along very well, and eventually they do. Once they find out about her backstory, Betel basically doesn't freaking care. Luffy wants to know her better, basically as a friend. And they go down there, and look up, Betel doesn't get a chance to actually fight the guy. I mean, it makes sense. He doesn't have a weapon, so Betel fighting was actually a pretty good choice for the story to do this. And they fight for a pretty good time. And then the monster tamer turns on him, apparently, get this, he was killed, but then he was revived via a monster stone. Yeah, apparently he swallowed this thing. So, basically, the monster pulls the thing out of his freaking chest, and then she swallows the damn thing. Of course, she also got blood on her face. Like, you want more information? Come to floor 59. Yep, come to floor 59. And then they decide to, we should probably launch an expedition in a few days, so... Basically, Ainz should before the expedition, return the gauntlet, Belle's gauntlet, so he goes to Guildhall, talks to Elaine. This, of course, intersects basically with the training stuff. And like what happened in the main series, basically, he able to step right in front of him by basically having it to where he runs into her butt. And she doesn't have a problem with it at all, which is something. And mostly put, it's like seeing stuff in the main series, but you get to hear her inner thoughts, which is quite interesting, to say the least. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought that was quite interesting. And asked basically if he's ever had any training. He's like, no, not really. She's like, what if I trained you? Okay. Yep. So, and we actually see Lafayette basically follow them. Of course, apparently, Ainz basically sneaks out of the familiar headquarters. Lafayette follows her, and runs into Belle just by sheer coincidence. Of course, Belle picks her up. Of course, oh, you're from Loki Familia. And of course, he runs. And apparently, he ran all over the frickin' city. Like he was able to find with Belle. Belle's able to find with Ainz. And they do some of their training off screen. They actually do the whole thing of basically like, oh, here we go again. And he gets up, and basically that's when he explains basically that I'm basically trying to catch up with somebody. And we get to hear pretty much it's a similar scene we get a chance to see in the main series, but here we get a chance to see Ain's inner thoughts, which cool, like it. And of course, Lafayette basically kind of blackmails her. It's like, I'll keep it a secret if you train me in sword fighting. Okay, so they do sword fighting in the dungeon. Probably in level 1 or 2, probably with no monsters. Yeah. Why in the world she wanted to know sword fighting? This actually is just because she's got a crush on her. That's the reason why. They do pretty good fighting. They're pretty good. And after she takes a day off to spend time with Belle, of course, Belle completes his training before the actual expedition starts. As for in the case of what goes on with her, like, okay, so train with the elf, and they actually do pretty good amount of spell training, and it's like, you go close, can you call me by my first name? It's like, then she says like, okay, fine. And they become really good friends, and of course, after Ainz leaves with Belle and Hestia, after completely training, they just walk back, probably just escort them home. And then the episode ends with them confronted by a bunch of guys with swords. Yeah, interesting way to end the episode, but yeah. This kind of probably starts up book 4 of the series, the adaptation-wise. Yes, this is one thing I thought was really weird about the series. The fact that both episodes 6 and 9, where they finish up one book and start another book in the same episode. I just think that's a little weird. It is probably by far, out of all the series I've watched, this is by far the only series I've ever seen this happen to. Now, had this happen with Overlord? No, not really. And you probably think, okay, did this happen with the main series of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon? The answer is no. It never did. Never happened in the main series. We had to do in this series for some strange reason. Yeah, I don't know why. It's bizarre. So, yeah, I'm kind of on book 4 now. Yep. I gotta say, pretty interesting so far. And I do like revisiting the training sequence from the main show because I thought that was quite interesting. I loved it. Yep. But the next video will be the last video of the series for now until I do something with it. Yeah. Though, I tend to have to ask, okay, so you released this series, JCC released this series 2 years after the main series finished its first season. And apparently, like, okay, so maybe at the time they didn't have the material. Of course, now they do. Like, okay, how about if we start adapting the spin-off series? Okay, so, and they adapt pretty much the first 4 books into 12 episodes. And a lot of it taking up, like, the first episode was like, the first book was adapted the first 3 episodes. The second book was 3 episodes as well. Surprisingly, 3 takes up 4, like, about 4, like 3.5 episodes. And of course, book 4 looks like it's probably going to be the same thing as well. Obviously. Yeah, it's quite interesting. But I'm looking forward to basically what I do for the final 3 episodes of the series. Yep. But I'll talk more about it basically when I do episode 4 tomorrow because I don't have more time to talk about it tonight. Okay? So, yeah, that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned for tomorrow where I talk about the final episode of the series. And I'll basically start reviewing my new series starting tomorrow. A series that probably won't take me too long to get through. Yep, but until I see you next video.